Hey everyone, welcome back to another Anime Pickups Hiatus edition. So this is basically, I've gone through my collection with every company and I've basically just picked out all the titles that I'm pretty sure I've not shown on video that I picked up over the late 2017 through all of 2018. Don't worry, it's not like a ton, because as I said, I bought less anime in 2018 than I normally do, although there is a lot too, but anyway. Surprisingly, I'm quite disappointed in myself. I actually only picked up 9 Discotek titles over like the last 18 months or so, which yeah, is not good enough, and there's a ton of Discotek stuff I still want to get. But yeah, this is the 9 titles that I'm pretty sure I haven't shown on video yet. So I'm going to start off with what is one of my absolute favourite anime ever. Like, you're talking top 10. And it's really awesome that Discotek came along and they did a re-release, because the previous DVD release was long out of print. It was quite expensive for what it is, which is just an OVA. So yeah, but yeah, even though this is just a short OVA, this is one of my absolute favourite anime ever. I picked up Area 88 on DVD from Discotek. I did already have the original ADV version, which I'm going to keep for nostalgia's sake and collector's sake, because I just love this franchise, or that OVA. This is also, I have the 2004 TV series. It is the UK edition. I'd like to get the American edition instead, but yeah, whatever. So yeah, this is the one I picked up. So yeah, Area 88, just an absolutely incredible OVA series from like the mid-80s. Came out in 1985. And yeah, it was originally released as 3 acts. The first 2 acts were like 50 minutes each, and then the last act was like a movie. Eventually, later on, it was the first 2 acts were re-edited into a movie, and that's what's on the ADV release. It's 2 movies, and that's kind of how it normally is nowadays if you try and buy this. But obviously, Discotek, being the sort of company they are, they wanted to include everything. So for the first time on DVD, we have the first 2 acts uncut. Well, the first act was released uncut with an English dub, a completely different dub compared to the ADV release. So that was put out by Central Park Media. I'll probably put the cover around here somewhere. That's included as an extra, so that's the first act is available as an extra with the dub, uncut with Japanese sub as well. And then also on the second disc, weirdly, which is where the third act is, where the movie is. I know this is super confusing. On the second disc, in the extras, is where the second act is available completely uncut in its original Japanese. That's never been dubbed in its uncut form. So yeah, with this release you have everything, all cuts, all dubs, basically everything. So yeah, this is an absolute classic OVA. I adore this thing. It's just one of those OVA. I watched this like for the first time, I think like 2 or 3 years ago now. I think it's about 3 years ago, and it just blew me away. It was just exceptional. Just the story, the animation, the music, just the general sound effects in this of the planes is just amazing. Like, it just sounds so real because they use like proper. I can't really describe it. It's just, jet planes are freaking loud, and in this they are loud. And then, unlike the 2004 series where all the background music is like techno or something stupid for all the dogfights, in this it's like proper orchestral music. It really feels like you're watching like a classic war movie in a way. There's dogfighting going on, and it's just super tense and super dramatic. And yeah, the story is really good. It's pretty melodramatic, but I really love it, and I love the ending to this. I don't know if it's the same ending that's in the original manga. I'm pretty sure it's not, but as an ending to the story that's on this, it's absolutely fantastic. It's open-ended, but it's really well done. It's a fantastic climax, and yeah, that really leaves you thinking. And yeah, Area 88 is just one of the best anime ever made, in my opinion. It's 100% top 10, and I'm so glad that it's back in print from Discotek. So yeah. Okay, so we've got a really nice slipcover from Discotek. I like how it is actually different from the original, but also still really nice. They're kind of similar, but it's nice to have them be different too. That made no sense, did it? Anyway, so yeah, underneath the slipcover we got the same image, but yeah, and then on the inside we have disc 1, which has the movie of the first 2 acts with the dub, and it also has on the extras we've got, as I said, the uncut episode 1, which Central Park Media previously put out dubbed, and they actually put all of them out, the whole series uncut on Laserdisc subtitle, but eventually they tried doing it on DVD but only did episode 1. I know I'm being super confusing, it's just I feel like I need to regurgitate this information whenever I talk about this. But anyway, yeah, so on the extras, like I said, we've got the uncut episode 1 with the dub and Japanese sub. There's also a like liner notes essay type thing from Mike Toole. It's really hard to read, at least on my laptop it was when I just checked it out, because I hadn't previously checked it out. I imagine on the big TV it's much more legible, but on my laptop it really wasn't. It looked really hard to read, but anyway, I look forward to eventually reading that. I think it's like a few pages or something all about the making and the backstory of this. So yeah, and then on disc 2 we have the third act in its complete form. It's uncut form with the English dub that ADV did, and then we've also on the extras we've got the second act, weirdly. I think it's just because of disc space, I guess. So yeah, the second act is also on disc 2 uncut in its original Japanese, that's never been dubbed. I will eventually be watching those because I'm looking forward to seeing what's different. I know this OVA pretty much at the back of my hand, so I know what will be new and what won't be. So yeah, I'm looking forward to eventually rewatching this again. It's exceptional. This is a DVD that you need to have in your collection if you are a retro anime enthusiast of any kind and you like your OVAs, or you consider yourself a connoisseur of anime. This is one of the best anime ever made. I know it's old, I know it's only on DVD, but this is one of the best anime ever made, and you really, really need to see it and own it. And I will quickly mention that the video quality, despite this being on DVD, is really good. It was clearly, this is a remastering that was done by the Film Prints, I'm pretty sure. It looks really nice. It's the same transfer that was on the ADV Films release. I really hope at some point this will come out on Blu-ray in Japan. I really don't see why it wouldn't. And then eventually Discotek will also do a Blu-ray release for us. That'd be amazing. So yeah, Area 88, you need to own that, obviously. Okay, next up is something that obviously I had to pick up. Used to have the DVD. Now I have the Blu-ray. So I've got the Blu-ray version of Robot Carnival. I'm pretty sure I haven't shown this on video yet. Forgive me if I have. But yeah, so we've got the Blu-ray version of Robot Carnival. This is like the... When Discotek announced that they were going to be doing a collector's edition for this, and they wanted to like rival... They wanted to make it like the Criterion of Robot Carnival, of anime releases for Robot Carnival. That got me super excited, and I think they did a pretty good job. As always, the one stickler for me is there's no commentary. This really could have done with a commentary. There would have been tons of stuff to talk about, given that obviously this is a I can't think of the right freaking term right now, that's so annoying, but like a compilation film, like a compilation of shorts edited into a movie, of course, and each one is done by a different director, so there have been tons of stuff to talk about. In the end, instead, what we got was a small documentary. I say small, I think it's about half an hour long, done by Mike Toole, narrated by Mike Toole at least. And yeah, I thought that was actually really good. Again, I would have preferred a commentary or liked a commentary also, but you know I always say that. So yeah, there's also some pretty good stuff, like there's a picture-in-picture with the storyboard you can watch with the movie. Extensive liner notes. You got both the Japanese and American presentation orders. So when the movie came out from Streamline Pictures, they edited the order of the shorts, and you get both options for that as well. And yeah, it's beautifully restored in HD, and this is the first time it's ever been available in HD anywhere in the world is via this release, and this release is region free, so if you live anywhere other than America, then you can import this and it will work on your Blu-ray player, which is really cool. So we've got a nice slipcover, slightly different from the original, kind of the same on the cover, but a bit brighter, and on the back it's slightly different. And then on the inside, I flipped it around, I think, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I ended up flipping it around, so we've got the original movie poster, I think it is. And then, I think this was from like the quad posters or whatever they called them. So we've got the, wait a minute, there we go. 9 animators, 9 visions. And then the Blu-ray disc. So yeah, really, really awesome release. Something that, again, much like Area 88, should be in any anime fans' collection, especially those that like old school stuff and consider themselves connoisseurs. Was apparently my favourite word today. Of anime, this is 100% the title you need to have. For me, just having the beauty that is the short done by Umetsu, I can't remember, Yasuomi Umetsu, isn't it? Guy that made Kite and stuff. His OVA on this called Presence is exceptional. It's one of the most beautiful looking pieces of animation I've ever seen, and having it in like glorious HD just makes it even more amazing. So yeah, Robot Carnival comes highly recommended. Right, next we have finally got the second movie to Cardcaptor Sakura. So I obviously have the TV series from NIS America, and this, I hate this art box, it's horrible. I don't know why they did this. I know that obviously all their releases are art boxes, and you know that I love NIS and all their releases, but this is one of the ones I hated the most because I just didn't think it looked very good. Like, it's really bland, there's no like shiny bits on it or anything, and it has one of those horrible Scanavo curved cases or whatever for the whole series. But one cool thing about this obviously is it does have the Animax dub, which I know isn't a high quality dub, but I just think it's really cool to actually finally have one of those. It's not fully complete, but it's just kind of cool to have one of those. I always feel like, you know, if you have a release that you're going to release subtitle only anyway, then why not include the Animax dub if you can? Like, why not? Might as well, in my opinion. Anyway, a long time ago, Discotek put out the first movie here without a slipcover. This was before they were doing slipcovers. So yeah, and then we got, obviously, relatively recently, and I picked it up as soon as it came out, pretty much. We got Cardcaptor Sakura, the Sealed Card, isn't it called? Yeah, the Sealed Card is the second film. Yeah, really happy to have this. I do like Cardcaptor Sakura quite a lot. It's probably my favourite of the magical girl shows that I've seen so far, which is not very many, so I wouldn't take that as a strong opinion. I've barely seen any magical girl shows, but I have seen all of this in terms of the anime stuff, because I've also watched did watch while it was airing the Clear Card arc, at least the first half of it. And yeah, I'll be buying those Funimation releases at some point. I hate getting... That's the only problem with Discotek slipcovers. They're really hard to put back in, but there you go. So yeah, I'm happy to have this. I really hope that... slightly off topic. I really hope that Funimation will relicense Rescue this series once NIS America's license lapses. Because one, they'll probably do a dub, which I'm not that keen on. I didn't really like the dub choices they did for the Clear Card arc. I don't like. I think it's Brittany. I can't remember her last name. But Brittany something, that is the voice actress for Sakura in the Clear Card arc. I like her, but I don't like her as Sakura. She just didn't work for me. But regardless, it'd be cool for them to do like a proper dub of the original series. But more to the point, this got a 4K remaster in Japan. It's only come out on Blu-ray so far, but it looks exceptionally better than this does. This still looks really, really good, don't get me wrong. But the 4K remaster is glorious. Like, it really makes me think, oh crap, like when they do those for like Cowboy Bebop, I'm going to end up buying a lot of these shows again if 4K ever takes off and will last long enough for some of those things to happen. Like, because yeah, this looks exceptional in 4K, just in 1080p 4K remaster. Imagine actually in proper 4K, it probably looks even more amazing, obviously. So yeah, Cardcaptor Sakura, happy to have that. Another movie I picked up is part of one of my favourite franchises. Fist of the North Star. This is my complete Fist of the North Star collection, or at least almost complete. Because I also have, of course, Fist of the North Star, the movie on Blu-ray. This is basically the same as the DVD release. I don't think there's anything different on it. Let's have a look. Image gallery, trailers, character profiles, original trailer, image gallery, full frame and widescreen versions. I don't know if this had the widescreen. No, it didn't. So yeah, that's the one difference, I guess. And the character profiles aren't on the Blu-ray version, but which probably isn't that big a deal. But anyway, yeah. So this has the movie cut in widescreen as well as in full frame. I assume, hopefully, that both are in HD. Yes, they are. So yeah, I would always watch this in full by 4:3 because then you get more picture. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't watch this in widescreen because the widescreen will be a zoomed in, cutting the top and bottom off the full screen version. So yeah, if you don't have this, I recommend watching it in 4:3, which is what the DVD was anyway. I've only seen a little bit of this. I haven't rewatched it entirely on Blu-ray yet because I only rewatched the film like about about 2 years ago. I think it was January 2017. In fact, is when I last saw the movie, so it wasn't that long ago, so I wasn't desperate to immediately rewatch this when I got it, but I think I checked out like the first 20 minutes just to see the video quality. I almost ended up committing to it there and then, but I was kind of busy watching something else, so I didn't fully go all the way through it. But yeah, the video quality is really nice. It still does have the same most available uncensored scenes that they can have, and on this they're upscaled. It's not ideal because everything else looks exceptional, like beautiful HD, but yeah, it's better than nothing in my opinion, so I don't mind that. If that's all that's available, please still include it in the movie and just upscale it, because they're very small scenes, they're not really that big a deal. It's what they, reminds me of what Media Blasters did with Kite, whereas it's got tons of upscaled footage in it, but where the HD stuff was available, it's in HD. Which, for me, that's still better than what Japan ended up doing with Kite, which is where they released the whole thing just upscaled, because it wasn't completely in HD. To me, there's like, I don't know, for me, I want the whole thing in HD. I want as much in HD as I can, like whatever's available, put it in HD, and the rest can be upscaled. If that's the only thing you can do, then that's what I want, rather than a complete upscale. But anyway, whatever. So yeah, Fist of the North Star, the movie on Blu-ray. Very, very cool. Yeah, that's everything that's currently available for Fist of the North Star that I've shown you. That's the complete collection. Would really love to get the True Savior film and OVAs. I really thought Discotek were going to license those, and it just doesn't seem to have happened, unfortunately. Maybe there's some reason why they can't license them, but they're out in like France at the very least. I think Germany and Italy, but I know they're available in France, so I don't really understand like why, if they aren't available, why they're not available is, yeah, confusing. But anyway, okay, so the rest of the stuff is nothing that's related to anything else that I already owned. So here's something I picked up. In fact, the next two things I kind of picked up on whims, really, just out of curiosity. This one is just a super obscure movie that Discotek decided to release, and I couldn't not pick it up as a result because I was super curious about it, especially since it was on Blu-ray as well. I picked up Fair Then Partly Piggy, which is basically based on a children's book. And this is very much a kids film. Like, I don't mind saying that at all about this. Like, this is meant for kids of like 10 and under. But as watching this as an adult, I still kind of liked it. It's very simple. It's got a lot of charm. But what I really enjoyed about it was the animation. I also really like the voice actor for the main kid, who isn't like an adult woman putting on a young boy voice. It's actually like a proper young boy that did this, who's now a actor in his older years, because this movie came out in like the late 80s or early 90s. It probably doesn't say on the back. I'm pretty sure it was late 80s. But yeah, this was a fun film. I said it's got really nice animation. It's got like it looks like a picture book, kinda like like it looks like it's been made with crayons, kinda a little bit. I'm probably not selling it very well, but I don't know. I did a review on my anime list just after watching this, so if you're curious about something a little bit more detailed on my opinion on it, then I recommend giving that a read. I'll probably link it in the description. But yeah, Fair Than Partly Piggy on DVD and Blu-ray. Yeah, I don't know. You'd have to be really into old anime and be interested in lots of old titles and odd curiosities to buy this one, like I did. Because yeah, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it overly. It's not the most amazing thing, but as a little oddity that's quite cheap, it's fun. It's a cute little movie, nice animation. I'd recommend it for people that really like seeing classic animation, especially. So yeah, Fair Than Partly Piggy. The other one that I sort of bought on a whim, kinda. I mean, I kind of wanted it as soon as it was announced, but I wasn't ever sure I was actually going to go through with it. But it was so cheap in the end, I couldn't not. I picked up Bananya, the complete series. This is a really short series. I think it's like 13 episodes that run at like 3 minutes each. So yeah, less than an hour long, about 45 minutes. The reason I picked this up though mainly is because Mike Toole is in the dub. They basically did a dub for this, and the dub really only involves the narrator and Mike Toole. They got in to do the narration for this, which I thought was really fun idea. So yeah, I picked up Bananya. They also did a dubbed version of like the opening or ending or something, and that was stuck in my head for like a couple of days. So thanks to the young lady who was behind that, and the people that were all behind that as well. That was like super annoying. I don't know if her name's on the back. English, and yeah, Corrine Sudberg, which I probably Corrine Sudberg. I feel like that is how you'd say that. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like that is how you say that. Yeah, she did the ending theme in English, so and that buried itself into my brain for a full couple of days, which was kind of annoying. It is kind of addictive. So yeah, Bananya, again, I wouldn't really recommend this. It was just a fun thing for me, and it was super cheap. So yeah, but not something I'd overly recommend, but fun, I guess. Okay, here's a really cool one. I used to own this on DVD. Discotek finally come along and gave us a beautiful Blu-ray. This is the first of what I hope to be many at some point entries of this franchise being released on Blu-ray. This is Urusei Yatura, Beautiful Dreamer. This is the second Urusei Yatsura movie that was this is the one that was directed by Mamoru Oshii. It's the one that really diverges the most from like the more traditional like family sitcom weird TV series and the other movies and OVAs and stuff. Yeah, this one's way more experimental. It's kind of like Groundhog. Is it like Groundhog Day? I can't. No, maybe not Groundhog Day. Well, it is actually. A bit of it is like Groundhog Day, but then it gets super strange, and I can't remember what it would be comparable to. Then like I Am Legend a bit as well, I guess. Can't quite remember. But anyway, yeah, I watched this for the first time. I used to have the DVD and just never got around to watching it. So yeah, this is the first time I saw the film. Again, glad it was the first time I got to watch it. It was on Blu-ray. Transfer is amazing. And yeah, I've always been curious about the Urusei Yatsura franchise. I've been meaning to get into it for a long time. I've seen like the first 5 or 6 episodes of the TV series, and I liked it. And yeah, it's just a really long franchise, but yeah, I'd love the opportunity to own it all on Blu-ray one day. The Anime Go DVDs were great, but in the sense that they came out, but there were 50 of them, and that's just way too many. And yeah, they're all out of print and cost a fortune now. But yeah, I wouldn't buy those. I'd be hoping for a Blu-ray, and maybe Discotek will do one. You know, we're getting Kimaguri Orange Road on Blu-ray, so obviously Viz gave us Ranma, so yeah, there's always a chance. There's always a chance, and I really hope we might eventually get this franchise on Blu-ray from Discotek. So yeah, Urusei Yatsura, I really like this film. It's really cool, beautiful animation. Again, if you're like into old school anime, this is obviously a title that you need to own. And yeah, if you consider yourself a major anime fan of all anime rather than just the modern stuff, then again, this is something you need to own. It's a beautiful release and a beautiful movie, The Beautiful Dreamer, Urusei Yatsura. Okay. final two things are also DVDs like Area 88. This is one that took me longer to pick up than it should have done. Meant to buy it the second it came out, didn't, and then I sort of dragged my feet a bit, which is disgraceful because I love this director's work and this era of this director's work, despite its grunginess and its slightly tasteless occasionally style. I still really like it. This is the 2-episode OVA for Goku Midnight Eye, which is directed by Yoshiaki Kawajiri, who did Wicked City, Cyber City Oedo, Demon City Shinjuku, Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, Ninja Scroll. So yeah, this is another one of the things he directed with Madhouse, and yeah, it's 2-episode OVA, 45 minutes each, and yeah, it's dubbed and subbed for both. The first episode of the OVA came out in like 1989. I think the other one came out maybe in 1989 as well, I can't quite recall. Maybe a couple of years later, I don't know. But yeah, been meaning to watch this for ages. As you can see, it's kind of, slightly tacky, kind of like the others. But yeah, I really, really like Wicked City and Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust and Ninja Scroll and stuff. I just really like his style, I guess. Like, yeah, I kind of, yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit shameless. I don't know. I just really like it. It's really dumb, but I like it. It's stupid stuff. But anyway, yeah. Goku Midnight Eye. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. Wicked City, Cyber City Oedo, and Demon City Shinjuku, which I have all of those on DVD. Coming out on Blu-ray in Japan. I think, in fact, 2 of them already have done. Really hoping across 2018 Discotek will announce those and bring those out on Blu-ray. Cyber City Oedo has already been announced by Anime Limited here in the UK to be coming to Blu-ray, but I'll probably hold off and get a Discotek release. But yeah, I really need to watch Goku Midnight Eye a lot. Here's one that's slightly frustrating. I picked this up a long time after it come out, or at least a year or so after it come out. And now it's got a Blu-ray, so this DVD is kind of redundant. I probably won't even watch it. I'll probably sell it sooner rather than later and pick up the Blu-ray. It's really awesome it's come to Blu-ray. That's really cool, but surprising too. But it's kind of a shame since I bought the DVD. But yeah, 1981's GoShogun giant robot series from Sunrise. I don't know. It doesn't seem to say. Does it generally not say? It generally doesn't say. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Yeah, GoShogun, the complete series. It's all 31 episodes, isn't it? Oh no, 26. Where the hell did I get 31 from? I have no idea. Yeah, GoShogun, complete series. Whatever. My brain's starting to melt now. Got some nice different artwork underneath. Don't know if the Blu-ray does that as well. And on the inside we've got all 4 discs. Which again, some really nice disc art on those. They put out the movie, the sequel movie to this, Time Étranger, it's like French, whatever. I can't quite remember. I'll be getting that as well whenever I pick up the TV series on Blu-ray. I need to pick up a ton of Discotek stuff this year that I'm missing. But yeah, that's the end of my Discotek haul. Holy crap, my voice is almost dead. Thanks for watching. There'll be, again, hopefully many more of these anime pickups to come. So, yeah, I'm Blaze. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.